Hub, would you take over that?
Oh my God.
I would like to do the thumbnails. I feel like I could really crush it and, just boost the CTR.
Yeah.
Is MrBeast a creator?
What do you
or
like? What do you like
ruthless
better? You like
business guy?
creating or running the companies?
I love creating, and it's weird. I like both.
But you like running the companies?
Yeah, I do. It's a lot of fun. It's like being like, it's much easier to run a burger joint than to have to like break the internet every week, you know what I mean? Or to run Feastables, you know what I mean? Because you just get a kick-ass team and you just kind of like point them in the right direction. Yeah. Whereas like this is like, I gotta do just crazy shit that's never been thought of, and it's a coin flip, and you don't even really know if people would care. Yeah. You gotta do that every week, and it's all gotta be me, all centered around me every week forever. Yeah. But I enjoy both. I think like, like we just opened up our first physical Beast Burger, which is crushing it. That one's doing like 30,000 a day right now. Wow. And then Feastables is in every Walmart now, and that's crushing it. So it's interesting.
I'm so impressed by your ability to scale. I think that's the toughest thing for a creator.
Scale
your business. So like hire a team, train that team to do those roles so that you can create more time for yourself. Yeah. And I think that's like an unbelievably difficult thing. Like for me, I find it incredibly difficult. I often find like I'm the bottleneck for the things that we're doing.
100%.
And that's not to say that all these guys aren't unbelievably talented and better than me at every single thing that they do. But a lot of times it might come down to a decision I have to make, and then all of a sudden we're limited in our output.
100%.
Top hiring advice from MrBeast.
The way you should see it is like, if hypothetically, like for creating content, you have like the making the video happen, the production, the editing, camera work, or whatever, writing stuff. Like, even if you split your time evenly, you can only put 25% of your time to each, whereas like an editor can put 100% of their time into it. So like, even if they're the same skill level as you, they're just gonna shit on you because they have more time. Same with the camera guy or writer or whatever. And so I think that's where a lot of people just don't realize, like they're like, well, this person isn't as great as me, or I can make better decisions. Yeah, but 25% is generous. They can probably spend like 10, 20 times more time than you can doing it. And so due to the sheer extra time, they're gonna shit on you at that job, or they
shit on you means just do it way better.
Just do it better because they have more time.
Which is better, generalist or
that
specialist?
You were hiring people who could do a bunch of things. When did you start getting specific in your hire?
Almost right away.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what we did is like everybody did a little of everything, and then it's hard to fucking scale because we're all doing a little of everything.
We're trying to pay less salary, quite frankly.
Oh, really?
I mean, one guy you can hire to do everything.
No, I'm not a cheapskate.
Oh, did you hear he beat Netflix with his special?
So you immediately knew, you're like, okay, I just need these guys' camera, these guys editing, etc.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The Beast
Is
mindset.
it equally painful if it doesn't do well?
No. At this point,
you're like unattached to
very
negative outcomes?
You just look, because why? Me getting depressed doesn't do anything. You just look at it. Should we change the thumbnail? Change it. Doesn't work better. Okay, look at the retention graph. Why did it do bad? Take some notes, move on. You know what I mean? Like, being super emotional over it doesn't really do anything.
It's usually
which I used to be. Like, if I had a bad video, you would know. Like, I would literally like cry, especially when like I was betting the farm on every video. Like,
that's huge.
Then it was like, fuck, like I can't pay Tariq if this doesn't do well.
Even he runs out of
Did you
money.
ever have a week like that?
Yeah, but I would just take out a loan, and then the next video I'd be, all right, we're gonna spend a little less, guys. But now that we're like not as reckless, it's like. Yeah, it's a lot easier to not care as much.
So you took out a loan to make the next video. So
yeah,
we
did like there was 1 month where I had to take out like a $200,000 loan because we were just spending
against
like,
what, your house or something like that?
Well, the way it works is you make money, but it like sometimes like a brand. If I did a brand deal for fucking Lord's Mobile, like sometimes they don't pay you for 90 days. So it's
so you had money coming in.
Yeah, it's like, hey, they owe me like 200 grand, but I don't fucking know when it's gonna get here. Yeah. I gotta keep spending money. I'm a goddamn degen. Like, we gotta keep making videos, and so I'll pay you back. Yeah. So a lot of moments like that.
Is MrBeast a good boss?
You don't know every single person that works for you. Do you make an effort to connect with every person that is a full-time employee?
Well, it just depends. Like Beast Burger, we just hired 40 people for our restaurant. Like, it's hard and it's like hours away. We're gonna go open other ones that I might never even visit. You know what I mean? So, but on the main channel, of course, yeah. People who are help making my baby, 100%.
How MrBeast clones himself.
Yeah. So everybody who's making the creative decisions with you, intimately.
Because they have to. Because the channel is just an outlet of what I think is entertaining. So if they don't really have much interaction with me, then
it's hard for them to make those decisions.
Yeah.
Fuck. And is it true that you train somebody to essentially be you?
Oh, 100%.
And where is that person?
the CEO. He just runs like the hiring and basically while I'm here just having fun, what is it, Monday? He's over there working.
How did you know he was the guy to be you? Because you are, I don't know if you're aware.
He's a lunatic.
You are a historically impressive human being.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're aware of this.
I agree.
But no, good. I had a feeling you know this.
How MrBeast
How do you find somebody that you're like, no, that guy is special, just like I'm special?
The big things are you coachable? Do you see the value? And like, do you believe in what I believe in? Like, those are like the 3 things where if someone has those traits, and are you obsessive, those 4 traits, then usually in the long run, you'll work out. Like if someone's skill set's here and they're like growing like this, and then you meet someone here, but they're coachable, they see the value, they're obsessive, after a year, their skill set's gonna be up here and this guy's gonna be here.
Obsessive is big.
Yeah, so it's like people who are willing to just like follow me around for 6 months, learn, they think we're gonna be the biggest YouTube channel, well, which isn't really a problem anymore, but
Beast
like, remember Tariq when I used to pull you guys in a room? I'd be like, give me 3 years, I swear to God. And they'd be like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, he used to literally, when I first worked there, it was like, what, 10 million?
Remember the whiteboard session?
Yes.
I would be like, this is you. This is your house. This is whatever car. Make it a fucking Lamborghini. Just if you're here in 3 years, this is you. And I would like do that. And they'd just be like, what is wrong with you?
And now that 3 years have passed, how do you keep kicking the can down the road?
Yeah. 3 more. Just give me 3 more.
No, they're good. Tariq's rich. But yeah, so it's like people who possess those traits always do well.
MrBeast is ruthless when it's this.
And how sure are you of every little piece? I know you're particular, but like once you're in the edit, how confident are you like, oh, this intro has to be like this? Or are you still kind of doing gambles? You're like, I'm not really sure.
It's weird. What my threshold has always been, do I find it entertaining and do I watch it? This is gonna sound dumb, but I've just spent so many years just studying what does well. And I've seen so many hundreds of thousands of videos probably at this point because I don't watch movies and didn't even listen to music till I was like fucking 20 years old. I would just obsess, study retention charts. You know, we'd scrape a million videos, see where the dip is. Like I know everything. Like if you pee, like how it hurts retention, if you sneeze, like all that kind of stuff. And so I've just like, my brain has just been programmed to like just know. I don't know. It just comes secondhand. Like I can just tell you, no, retention's gonna drop there.
If we should pee?
Yeah, peeing hurts retention. It's a turnoff for some
people. Just don't like to hear it.
Well, just in some cultures, it's not as accepted as America.
That makes yeah. You're saying that like it's weird.
Sneezing, it's just like it doesn't progress the story. It's kind of like anything where like the story comes to a halt without a reason, just kind of hurts retention. So, anyway, like all those things just are second nature to me at this point. Yeah. So I just watch a video, and I don't know, my brain just goes alert, alert, and then I just pause it. And I'm like, something's wrong here. Just fix it.
Story's everything.
How much have you studied story in general?
A lot more than I should. That's my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like, you know, when you talk about optimizing an intro and hooking people, that is essentially story.
Yeah.
So like probably 30, 40,000 hours of my life.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I even look at that with like stand-up, the things that we remember, like the most iconic jokes. A lot of times they're not necessarily just premises, but they're stories that a comic told.
Yep.
How can I tell a great story?
Specifically what it is humans want, need, or interested by.
It's infinite. There's so many different ways you could tell a great story.
Subscribe for more.